So, KTM 890 SMT, what a bike. So let's start off with that. This is my coming up to 10,000 kilometers review of this fantastic KTM. There's a couple of things I want to mention straight off the bat. That is, as an all-rounder, I don't think that there is much competition other than maybe the Tracer by Yamaha. Top box, side panniers, heated grips, cruise control. You've got a quick shifter on this bike. You've got adjustable suspension manually. You've got provisions for sat-navs, taller screens, smaller screens. You can put sticky tyres on it. You can put touring tyres on it. You know, it really is a bike that you can do everything on. There are some little niggly bits. So for me, around town, she gets hot, even with a decat pipe. She does get hot. So I think if you were like in the middle of a city, well, I think you might as well just go for a scooter. But other than that, I mean, you can, of course, commute in and out of London or whatever with it. It's very agile through the traffic. It's got a really nice turning circle for getting in and out of those little places you need to get through. Touring, let's go straight for touring. So I've toured up two up on it with my daughter with a top case. I've got a big top case. I put the bigger screen on. I've got heated grips. The wind protection's pretty good. The rain protection's pretty good. Integrated heated grips that you can see on the dashboard, and you can control them on the controls on the handlebars. Backlit switch gear for the night, so you can, I mean, you get to know it, but you can see it. The lights are all LED, so it's good lighting at night. There's different seat options for you know, for your preferences. There's a flatter seat. There's the original seat. There's this one, which is ever so slightly lower and narrower, which suits me because I'm a short ass. There's a bit of a vibe issue, which on some of my other videos we're trying to sort out on the bars, which it's certainly not something that would put me off, and doesn't put me off owning one. Negatives, I'm trying to think of some. I think probably the biggest negative and the biggest thing out there is this KTM butter cam shafts that everyone keeps going on about. This is a 2023 bike, and the engine was modified from 2021. So pre-2021, 790 and 890s. Some of them are suffering from cam failure. We all know it. It's all over Facebook everywhere. But these bikes don't have any of those problems. Nice aeroplane flying over, ruining my filming. Never mind. I have spoken to the dealer that I bought this bike from, which is quite a big dealer. It's probably the largest, well, it is the largest motorbike shop in the Benelux zone. And they haven't had any cam problems with, certainly with this bike, and they haven't really had any major problems with any other bikes we've sold. So I think it is getting a little bit blown up now. So as far as cams go, don't let that put you off buying an 890 SMT. It's a 2023, 2024 bike and doesn't have any of those problems. The only things I've heard are some leaks around the engine, which some people have had. They've took them in, that's been remedied. So there's some electrical issues, some gremlins that have come on some of the earlier bikes, where you might have indicator issues, or what the other ones, where the bike stalls just out of nowhere. You maybe stop at a junction, you get a stall. There is like a bit of also like a little bobbing at the front of the bike, but I'm 99% sure that's the tyres. I had it. I rode the bike pretty hard, wore the tyre in quite quickly, and that disappeared. So that's not something that I think is on the discussion. Touring, tick. Going to work on it, tick. B-road scratcher. I mean, this thing's the perfect tool for that, because you're upright and you've got a lot of vision, and it's got sticky tyres. You know, if you're a weekend basher, I think this is also a fantastic tool. The KTM Duke 890, 790, 990. If you really want to go quick, those are the bikes for you. But if you want a bike that you can smash around the B roads on the weekend and then jump on it in tour or go to work on Monday morning, this is your kiddie. So for me, this is the bike of the moment for me, because that's the kind of riding I like to do. Lots of different things. I like to cruise about on my own. I like to sometimes go a bit faster on the back roads. I like to take my wife or my daughter out on the back. And it does all those things, and it does it in relative comfort. It's pretty hard, this seat, but to be honest with you, I don't mind that. So, you know, there really are very, very, very few negatives to this bike. The bars, the vibrations on the bars are very minor now, but that has cost me money. So I think the biggest drawback for this bike has got to be its price. I think it's an expensive bike for what it is. But these things are toys, right? And most people buy a bike as a toy. And if that's the case, then, you know, it's just money spent on toys. You've got to get over it. Get over it and move on. It's only money. So this is 10,000 kilometers. I've had this bike for approximately 4 months. So I am riding it. I've ridden it in all kinds of conditions, everything. Rain, night, day, fast, slow, 2 up, 1 up. I've done plenty of kilometers and all those different aspects, and it performs very well at all of them, and it's also very economical. If you are just cruising about on this on a motorway, 65, 70 mile an hour, you can get more than 300 kilometers to a tank, 350. In fact, I did one journey which I documented where I could have done 400 kilometers to a tank. So it is an economical bike. I mean, even thrashing it about, it gets 60 miles to the gallon. That's the UK gallon, not the American gallon. 60 miles per the gallon. I've never owned a car that will do that. So, and to be honest with you, I've had big engine scooters that would struggle to do that too. So 58, I think my Honda Forza was getting 65, something like that. So, and then on the motorway, it dipped down even more because a scooter is revving high to get them speeds. So, what a bike. So that's my 10,000 kilometer review of the KTM 890 SMT. Go and buy one, they're amazing, and get out and enjoy yourselves, have fun, be safe. Thank you, bye.